When Kogan the weaponsmith necromancer arrived at my fortress in a migration wave, I was a little bit surprised. What could a necromancer want with my little fort after all? But then it came to me. I had moved into this fort just to the north of a necromancer tower. Surely Kogan was here to empower me to build a tower of my own, so I could show off to my new neighbor, and so Kogan could become the #1 necromancer in the neighborhood. A win-win. Some considerations would have to be taken to be sure. For one, he had to be locked up immediately, because I couldn't have him reanimating butchered animals or something, and bringing our fortress down from the inside. I designated the main floor to be dug with everything he could need. A bedroom, an office, a weapon rack. He doesn't eat or drink, so he doesn't really need that much, I guess. His powers scared me, and so I built a system where we could lock him into his tower away from the main base, using a floodgate, and then using other levers we could open up access to, say, a staircase that could lead to eventual other floors of the tower. Using this system, we could control Kogan's movement like a mouse in a maze with moving walls, which is apparently a very popular genre of YouTube content. Once we had him trapped, and because I thought it would be funny, I made him the manager of the fortress, and gave him the profession name necromancer. We then dug out the rest of the basement floors of the tower, leading up to the surface, and each was alternatingly filled with refuse and corpse stockpiles, so that when the time came, Kogan would be able to reanimate some friends for himself. I gave Kogan access to the rest of the tower basement to give him a little breathing room, while I thought about what to do with the actual tower part of the necromancer tower. The basement was fun, but necromancer basement just doesn't really have the same oomph as necromancer tower. However, it turns out that necromancers don't like it when you move in next door, import 100 dwarves, and then try to build your own necromancer tower. Or at least that was the impression I got, because before I knew what hit me, a massive invasion force of undead completely wiped out every last person in my fortress except for Kogan. It turns out that the isolation that was supposed to save the fort from him ended up saving him from the fort. It did end up dooming him to an immortal life spent underground in a necromancer basement, with nobody left alive to pull the levers that would free him, but I guess you win some, you lose some. I can only hope that one day, when I am checking my migrants on another fortress in this world, I see the smiling face of Kogan the necromancer, and I have the opportunity to lock him away and do it all again.